Agents don't just generate text, they act. They call APIs, chain tools together, and make decisions based on what comes back. That creates a real problem during development. How do you build and test an agent that calls external services without risking real transactions, real costs, or real data? Today, I'll show you how you can use WireMock Cloud in your agent development stream so that you can develop and test inside of a clean room. We'll be using an agent that we see on the screen here. You can see several tools are defined inside of this agent, which reference different APIs that can be called. These are external APIs for searching hotels and searching flights, sending an email, as well as charging a credit card or processing a payment, as we see here. And this agent is implemented with a traditional while loop. So we can come down here and see the stream agent. This is the core agent loop. And we can see the while agent down below. We have some mock APIs created that will stand in for our upstream dependencies for all those third-party APIs this agent needs to rely on. Here I'm showing the flights mock API, and we can see that it's backed by a data source, so we have a much larger set of available flights for our agent to pull from. Let's open up our agent interface now, and we can see we have a sample web app here, which contains our prompt. This prompt will be sent to the agent, and the agent is built on top of Anthropic. So let's go ahead and execute this prompt. I need to get to Barcelona for a trip, flying LHR to BCN around 6/4/2026, then returning BCN to LHR on 6/8/2026, and want to stay somewhere near the Gothic Quarter. Can you find the best options and get it all booked? So let's go ahead and run our agent. And we can see things start to happen in real time. We've got flights that are being searched in both directions for the two legs of the round trip. We can see that we're searching hotels. One hotel was found, and that the agent went ahead and picked the optimal routing and itineraries, processed the payment, and sent a confirmation. We also see the full agent response and confirmation coming back from our agent logic plus the Anthropic API. Now, the mock APIs were used to service this request. We can see that in the request log where we have a request coming in, multiple requests for flights. As we saw, there was two different legs that needed to be searched, and we can see how WireMock Cloud responded here. The happy path is easy. What gets agents into trouble in production is failures, payment declines, timeouts, unexpected error codes. These are almost impossible to trigger reliably against real APIs. With WireMock, we can inject them with ease. So let's come into our payments mock API and use the chaos module of WireMock Cloud to inject 402 errors. So I'm going to turn on chaos mode, and we'll save this, and let's come back over to our booking agent. Let's go and refresh our page. We have a slightly different itinerary now, and let's try and book this trip. So again, we'll see those flights are being searched. We have one found for the outbound, one found for the inbound, found two hotels, but we can see processing payment has failed. And we've got this error message down below, expecting value, line 1, column 1, not very user-friendly, so we have some areas of improvement in our agent logic that we can start to work on based on this test case we just ran. And we can see that ultimately our agent is doing what it should. It's not going to book anything. It can't process the payments. So it's making recommendations of how we can proceed. I'm going to go ahead and turn that chaos module off again. And let's talk about eval frameworks. So let's refresh our page one more time. For those of you familiar with eval frameworks, these are the common practice for testing our agents as we build them. And not only our agents, but how our agents interact with the AI systems like Anthropic. So let's go ahead and do some token optimization. In this sprint, we're trying to optimize the tokens consumed by our agent. So we're going to test two different variants of our code. I have a little helper function in my demo app here. We'll say compared the variants. Now our eval logic is running behind the scenes. Helpful little pop-up here showing us what's going on. So right now it's running the baseline variant. This is before token optimization, and we can see the results of the 3 tests as they come back. You can see that was a success, policy passed, the number of tokens that were consumed, and the latency that was happening, plus the total cost. And we see that for all 3 of our tests coming up. And once our baseline has been executed, we're going to run the token optimized variant now. And we can see, again, those same 3 tests are being run. We can see token count is happening, and latency being tracked and cost being tracked. And we'll wait for this last execution to happen so that we can get our final results comparing our optimization release. So we have a nice little pop-up here. We can see that token delta, we've reduced token utilization by 2%, which decreased our cost by almost 4%. We even got quicker response times from the agent and the Anthropic SDK as a result of this change. And with the eval framework, it's helping us make that decision to go ahead and promote this feature to the next stage of our SDLC. Building agents is different from building traditional software. Agents chain API calls dynamically. One bad response doesn't just break a single request. It can cascade into wrong decisions, failed bookings, confused users. You can't unit test your way out of that. You need to control what the APIs return. You need a clean room. And WireMock Cloud can help provide that clean room